Hello and welcome to the Creative Woman Cafe, a place where your creativity flows. So with this painting, I was working on creating the life of my dreams, and what I was wanting to do is remind myself to tap into the abundance that is always around us, rather than getting stuck in the struggle and the difficulty that life can seem to be at different times. So I had another couple fun things happen to me. Probably, I'm thinking, because of this painting. I just thought I'd share those with you really quickly. The first you already know, and that was that less than 48 hours after starting this painting, I had rented my dream home to the perfect family. So that was very exciting, but I already mentioned that. But something else I had mentioned, I think in that video, was that I was having to do maintenance on a pump and charge batteries to get water to the other side of the road for the cattle. And I thought it was kind of funny that shortly after I mentioned that in the video, the municipal district called me and they were willing to do something like pipe the water underneath the road to get it to the other side of the road so that they could get rid of a dilapidated cattle underpass. So it was interesting to me that if you can tap into the flow, how things like resolution to problems that you've had for quite some time can just flow to you without a whole lot of effort. Then something else that was kind of funny, and it's not so important, but it made me laugh anyway, was this bike, the way I painted it, it has a basket on it. And I don't actually have a bike that has a basket, but I like the look and I like the idea. But as it turns out, Rod's sister does have a bike with a basket, and when we were cycling the Kettle Valley Railway a couple weeks ago, I ended up riding her bike. So as you can see, here I am riding, and there's the basket. So the whole time I was riding, I just thought, you know what, this is really funny. I do a painting of me riding a bike with a basket, and before I know it, I'm riding a bike with a basket. So I do think that this is a powerful way to create in your life. However, I'm wondering if perhaps I stored this painting upside down at some point in time. Yes, those are beds, and that's my front entrance. As you may know, I have been moving the contents of two houses into one, and decided that that wasn't quite enough stress, so I might as well up it and take in a roommate downstairs. And so then I had to move the contents of two houses into pretty much a little over half a house, and it was all done with a really, really short time frame. So I didn't get rid of anything, nor did I organize it. I just moved it. And now the part of the house I live in is completely covered in stuff, and there is clutter everywhere. So now I'm doing this little experiment in how clutter affects you. And I'm sure we've all read this and how it creates an overwhelmed feeling, it paralyzes you, it ties you to the past. It just basically makes you so you can't function. And it is so true. I've known that intellectually for years, and I've always had little areas of clutter, but I always had big areas of no clutter where I could gain peace and clarity. But right now, in the part of the house I'm living in, there isn't one room that isn't filled with stuff that shouldn't be there. So it's quite an interesting experiment, and I don't know if I recommend that you try it, but if you want to try it, you could move all of your possessions into one or two rooms in your house and just see how that works. Anyway, probably a lot of hassle, but it is amazing. They are right. It totally affects you. So I have turned my world upside down by making all of this change so quickly. And now I'm going to begin digging myself out of the clutter and hopefully regaining the clarity and the ability to be creative again. So if you have clutter, I really encourage you to get rid of it or deal with it, organize it, and get back your clarity. So join us in the Creative Woman Cafe, where we explore the holy grail of creativity and learn to direct our creative flow more productively.